What is going on? I'm zmoT, and back by popular demand, this is War Factory, where we train the new and upcoming beasts of operation attacks. Now, what we're going to do today is we are going to have a look at War Factory. As you can see, I forgot to load some troops, so that's going to cost me some diamonds. We will get some troops going. This is somewhat new. This is the most burninating of all of the War Factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hot pots plus some microwavers behind the core. Now those microwavers are going to be tough for low levels unless we can barrage them down. We'll have a look and see if we have that tribe. Quickly going to zoom in right about here, and it turns out we do have the cheap barrage tribe, but we don't have enough raw crystals, and this is why you should probably be playing on your account. So only 20% boost, which is going to make it easier for others to follow, but I really, you know what? Resource boat. If you have not touched your resource boat, it is full of resources. Watch this. Look at this. Just absolutely jammed full, and you'll notice it's still sitting there with some stone, some iron, some wood. So if you're wondering how the heck I did that sweet hack, do check the cards because there are some details. I've got a video on that. Generally speaking, if you have questions, I've got a video on that. So now we're going to max out our tribes just like that. So easy. So many resources. Boom, shakalaka. Now we will not be using Rifleman Life Leech because I did not see an instant use for the rifles, but we are going to get in here with some Zookas and with some hacking. Now, Microwaver's not going to be in a difficult spot for hacking, so that's good. The hot pots may actually help for the hacking business. We're going to get Everspark in right about now. We're only going to diamond finish one boat, because we can probably save a couple diamonds. It's at 108 right now. Don't need troops at this point. By all means, do use troops. Just saying we don't necessarily need troops at this point. So I do it using as few troops as possible. That way people who don't have instant training can copy this guide without any sort of difficulties. That was not the path I was expecting Everspark to walk on. Now we're going to do our double hack. I like to hold the smoke down and let go as soon as the smoke comes up. If you have questions on what the heck I'm talking about, please do let me know, because that might not make sense to everybody. But it is viable. It does work to do that. You just have to be very careful and make sure that you're not going to slide your fingers at all. So step one right there. Now, you might want to use your gunboat energy on this front laser. If you do not feel comfortable using smokes, use your barrages on that front laser. I will be using my barrages back here on these microwavers, because microwavers, you got to shock them or get rid of them in some way, and simply barraging them seems like the better choice, but skip to the end of the video, see if I actually manage to get rid of them or not. We are using HQ18, which means we have limited levels of barrage and artillery, so we're going to get going though. I probably overused barrage, which makes sense because it is the barrage tribe at the moment. There are a lot of boom cannons around these shock launchers, so we should be able to double hack. Also, there's 2 hot pots, which might help. We'll see. If my double hack fails, then you know not to double hack, and that's kind of one of the benefits of watching a video like this before you go ahead and attack. I don't know how many of you are actually doing that based on this terrible time zone-ness, but it looks like this is going to be super tight. Look at that. Not going to have enough damage on... Oh, we did! Last second at the buzzer, that one boom cannon comes up with the huge victory, and now I'm overusing artillery. And those microwavers have a bunch of health, but once we get rid of those, we can take this core down with 0 shocks. Sure, maybe we want to shock like the boom cannon or something like that, but there's no need to shock anything once we get to that back spot if we get rid of those microwavers. So you could go all the way back there and smoke in behind them, but it's a little bit dicey. So for our third attack, we are going to do nothing but artillery and barrage. Absolutely nothing, just kind of hanging out here. Now, you could send troops in if you are, like I said, if you decided to barrage those back microwavers or artillery or BART, whatever you want to call it, you could send troops in and get that front laser, because it's going to make your landing so much easier. But I'm not going to do that because I'm fairly comfortable under smoke. And once we get to the back, we don't have to have any GBE left. So just use all your GBE, use big, huge, fat covering smokes, and you should be golden. So what we're going to do here is I am going to spend my... Look at that, I saved 6 whole diamonds by not diamonding my troops right away. So now we're going to drop our troops. We are going to use 3 smokes at shore just to be super, super, super cautious. We're going to start our 1 smoke at the edge of this supply crate. We're going to go all the way across. We're going to make sure we drop Everspark last because we want to make sure we keep her underneath the smoke, because otherwise what's going to happen is she's going to do bad things. We're going right for that corner. And now, as soon as they start walking, we're going to drop Everspark. She's a little bit faster, so dropping her late, always a good idea. If you can drop your hero late on operation attacks or even PvP attacks, it does make your attacks that much better. Now we're going to go 2 smokes, nice fat smokes, and then we're going to center our flare right there. If you're wondering why I didn't center my flare to start with, it's simply because I like to flare to corners with my long javelin flares. We've got the GBE for 2 shocks. Might as well use it. That's going to give our troops a little bit more time to clear some defenses around us. And now they're just going to hang out. We're going to get some critters out. You know what? Let's keep shocking that grappler because it's the only thing that's going to be a problem. And then down goes the core. No difficulty whatsoever. Fairly simple. You just have to get there. That's the only concern, is getting there. So we had 1 attack to get 3 rocket launchers. You can use 2 attacks there if you need. You can use 1 attack to get the shock launchers. And then on all of those, use your extra gunboat energy at the back to get the microwavers. And easy peasy. This should be a very, very easy solo. What we're going to do now is quickly pause, come back with a different account, and do something different and silly and fun. Now on this account, I believe I have the Nope, it's the wrong account. And just like that, with the power of the internets, we've switched accounts, and boom, shakalaka, Grenadier speed. We are going to try to solo this using Grenadiers. I really don't have high hopes on this. The Grenadiers are probably going to blow themselves up and do bad, stupid things, but that's part of the fun, I think. So let's have a look back in here. Now, Grenadiers, when you're smoking Grenadiers, you have to make sure there's nothing near them or they're going to throw their bombs at themselves. That's one of the benefits of Bombardiers, is they don't kill themselves. Now, it's a fairly strange benefit. Rocket launchers will not range. Microwavers, we can probably BART those out. You know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to start out by BARTing out these because we have so much GBE. The GBE gain tribe combined with cheap barrage just makes things so ridiculously easy at the max level. And I can't even imagine how leaderboard pushers are feeling right now, because just probably getting pummeled by all of the things. So come on. Ugh, so close. At least we're going to get back 12 GBE right there. And now we can come in with all of our Grenadiers and try to smoke them to the back. I don't have high hopes for this. What I like to do is I like to start smoking my Grenadiers first, because what that allows us to do is it allows us to get underneath with bullet and hopefully get... Uh-oh, they're so fast. This is going to be a problem. We are going to go all the way back into here. And now I'm going to throw some critters over here and a shock right about here and just hope that our Grenadiers can do something for us quickly, because there is just so much happening. And bullet with the taunt coming in hot. Need a shock over on this side right about there. Okay, so Grenadiers trying to carve out a little hole and not doing a super great job of it, simply because they're throwing at those far boom cannons as opposed to the boom cannons. Running, look at that speed, getting the heck out of the way of the stuff. We've managed to clear a hole behind the core, but it's just not going to be enough, because that grappler is coming in hot, and all of our Grenadiers just can't do enough damage as that boom cannon picks them off one by one. So fairly decent clear. I do recommend trying to smoke Grenadiers if you have instant training. It is a massively fun challenge because they are so hard to keep smoke on, and when they get to the end of the smoke, they just spread like absolute craziness. So attack number 1, nice big hole filled out Not going to be a Grenadier solo, though, so we're going to have to come back. Thanks to the wonderful, wonderful things of instant training. For those of you who never played the game without instant training, my goodness, did it ever change the game. It was an absolute and utter game changer. And I think, personally, for the better, but I am open to your suggestions and ideas as well. Would like to hear what you guys think. If you guys played before instant training or after instant training, do let me know what you think about instant training. If you think that it broke the game or made it better or worse or more playable or whatever the heck your feelings are, do let me know. I'm very, very curious because personally I love instant training, but that being said, I pay for instant training and it is not cheap at all. So we're going to throw the rest of our gunboat energy onto this here grappler, just trying to get rid of it in the hopes that maybe, just maybe, we can get the rest of our troops in here. There we go. Grappler down. All of our troops just hanging out at this point. Grenadiers versus War Factory. Not how you would typically use Grenadiers, but darn are they fast. Now you could go to the right hand side with Grenadiers and energy drink, that would be another option, but smoking them in behind core seemed like the prudent move for today, and I am certain that that is not the correct usage of the word prudent, but War Factory, 2 different ways. Let me know how you did it. We are getting towards Mega Crab, not quite there yet. March, obviously a longer month than is February. How many months have 28 days? The answer is all of them, but nonetheless, getting into that sort of time where we start thinking about Mega Crab, and these tribes will be around for the Mega Crab. Rifleman, Life Leech going to make a good difference, and these two as well. Just so strong. You know what? I might even be wrong. They might not be around for Mega Crab because they end on the... Yeah, we'll find out. Nonetheless, as always, thank you for coming in. Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully it entertained you. And if it did, do consider throwing creator code zmoT into your box like that little box in the left-hand corner of your screen says. Otherwise, I'm about to sneeze, so thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace!